Ahoy, ahoy! Welcome to a brand new edition of the Ramble on Reactions. Sitting over there with his kung fu moves is handsome Dan Nye.
Sitting right there with his pointy fingers is clever Eric Mahler. It's my face. I got pointed.
Now look how good he looks in that shirt. You could say it's so good he could be on a billboard. Actually, you are on several billboards.
Look at that segue.
Maybe 3 at least.
I am on more than 3 billboards. However, I did also watch a film called Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Are they just going to call it 3 billboards to make it easier for people?
I honestly kind of like the whole title. So this is a new movie from a director and writer named Martin McDonagh. Mm-hmm. And I know I think he's done 3 big movies, but the 2 I can pull off the top of my head are In Bruges and 7 Psychopaths. I can't remember. I think there's a 3rd one, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't really remember that.
Those are the 2 ones of note. So this is a different style of film. This is much like all those you could probably pretty heavily characterize as like dark comedies.
Yes.
And this one you get a lot more drama into the comedy. You get Frances McDormand as a divorcee whose daughter was murdered. And it's been 7 months ago, and you're just picking up the story now. Like, it starts 7 months after this happened.
Okay.
And she decides to put up 3 billboards to call out, essentially, the police department for
not solving the case.
For not solving the case. And that's more or less the nutshell of the movie. You get the chief played by Woody Harrelson, and then you get a couple other smaller roles, but then you also get Sam Rockwell.
Yay!
You get Sam Rockwell playing I don't even think he might be a deputy. Like, however low you can kind of go on the hierarchy. Yeah. So this movie was not what I expected at all, because it's a McDonagh film, and if anyone's seen those movies, it's like you expect a lot of quippy dialogue, you expect some weird scenes. Oh, you also get Peter Dinklage for a couple of scenes.
Oh, excellent!
And he's fun in this as well, because I think
the Dink.
I think it was Dinklage in Bruges.
No,
it was not. I apologize, but I know. But as far as this movie goes, the entire plot and crux of the film, like. You follow Frances McDormand, you follow Sam Rockwell's characters, and they are... somebody was asking me to describe this movie after I saw it, and I called the characters beyond 3-dimensional, because you see a lot of movies where it's like... they're in the 4th dimension. I'm saying it more along the lines of, like, you watch a lot of movies, and a lot of times you understand that you're watching the movie. You understand, like, that's what a character would say in this given circumstance.
Willful suspension of disbelief.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. But there are a couple points in this movie where it's like they're dealing with the plot points and they're dealing with things that are happening in the movie, but there's also the side plot that, like, interweaves into it, and as soon as that, like, an important thing from that plot hits, the tone changes, even in the middle of a conversation. It's like, no, hold on, we need to really address this other thing, because this is more, I don't want to spoil this. I know it's going to sound really big, but it becomes to the point where it's like, you'd be having a conversation in real life, but something becomes so much more important that conversation has to take precedence. Yeah. And so even though she put up those billboards, they'll be in the middle of a conversation about that, and then something else happens, like, no, hold on, I know we were, like, arguing a minute ago, but we really need to address this. This is a serious thing. And that happens a couple times throughout the movie, and it's like, whoa, what? Like, it's a little jarring at first, but the performances and the way it's written, I really enjoyed. I actually had a long conversation earlier today about it, where someone's like, I didn't like the script at all. I'm like, I love the script, because the arc...
So they're no longer in your life, is what I'm saying.
The arc of Frances McDormand is she just starts from a place of anger, and it's like you're watching her, like, she's done no stages of grief with this. She's just been angry the whole time, and this is all her actions, and you see her ex-husband comes in. I wish I knew the actor's name, because he does a really good job. Lucas Hedges of Manchester by the Sea fame plays her son, so it was the sister was the one who got killed. So he's still living with his mom, which adds a really interesting dynamic as well. And then Sam Rockwell he's introduced in the movie. She asks him how it goes, torturing black folks, because that's what he's known for in the town, like, as a cop, just like he tortured somebody apparently. And it's the dynamics they set up in this movie and where they go, because you also follow Sam Rockwell's arc. And then Woody Harrelson is this fantastic sounding board in the movie as the chief. Like, I don't know if I've seen a better Woody Harrelson. War of the Planet of the Apes is on my list of things to see. And how. But he is fantastic in this movie, like, as a sounding board between everybody, essentially. So it's a lot of very colorful language. There's a great scene of Frances McDormand, like, ripping into a priest, like, pretty hardcore, and, like, there's so many well-written scenes, and just, I love this movie.
Any negatives? Sounds like it's all positives with from you. And that's okay.
I don't think so. I can, like, talking with other people about this, if you don't know what to expect and you're not used to there are some very funny parts in this movie. Like, so her ex-husband leaves her for a 19-year-old, and she has some of the funniest lines in the entire movie, and she's only in like 3 scenes.
Nice.
But as far as that goes, like, if you don't know the type of writing and dialogue he does, or it takes you out of it when they're throwing a lot at you at once, it may be hard to handle, but I absolutely loved it.
All right. I'm guessing what your grade is.
Eh?
Is it an A?
Is that an A? Yes, it's an A. I don't know what you were doing.
See, here's and then the thumb next to the line.
The church and the steeple.
And the insider of the people.
Got it. Nailed it. All right.
So, do you agree with Dan? Is this one of the year's best, or do you think it's this year's shit? Who knows? Let us know.
Do you guys,
also, plug the shirt, Dan.
Do you guys want to get one of these awesome shirts? Because this is Jim Hopper of Stranger Things, and under it, it says, "If it bleeds, we can kill it." Actually, it's not Jim Hopper of Stranger Things. There's an important legal distinction. But a friend of mine on
art's
Twitter,
protected under the First Amendment.
That's true. So there's a friend of mine on Twitter, Janine Devine. It's G9 Designs on TeePublic. Definitely check those out. I have another one of these that's much more R-rated, which you'll probably see at a different video at a later date.
Promises.
And it may have Steve the babysitter on it.
Ah, Steve.
Steve's so great. So that's clever Eric Muller sitting right over there.
That's handsome Dan I sitting over there.
As always, ramble on.
Anchors away.
Ahoy, ahoy. And save the crown.
Hashtag.